Hello, and welcome back to Profound. Today we have a special episode where I am interviewing my friend, and the topic that he has chosen today is AI, and specifically AGI, and the future of human evolution when it comes to AI technology. And I'll allow my friend to introduce himself real quick.
Hey, what's up? So today, Mr. Profound and I are going to talk about AI, specifically AGI, and how the road to superintelligence once AGI is achieved is literally just 4 steps away, and the implications of that, the fear and the hope, because it could be like we could be living in just a completely different world in the next 5 years. Like, literally, what do you think about that? Like, the year 2030, we could develop the capability to have an AGI, artificial general intelligence, that's able to be like at a master.
Can you quickly define AGI?
Yeah. So like when we think of AI, like ChatGPT, it's just a tool. It's just a large language model that has like so much data that it's trained on, and it just manipulates and predicts like the next word. We're all familiar sort of with how large language models work, but AGI is radically different, where it has a PhD level almost in like any field you can imagine. Imagine like Magnus Carlsen, best chess player, right? This dude has grinded his entire life to be the world's best chess player, and AGI could run without using any human gameplay to run simulations to play against and check. It could just play against itself and run every single last possibility and become better than Magnus Carlsen in 3 minutes. And imagine it does that in every single fucking field in like the next 3 years.
And like, how far are we into this evolution of AI into AGI, and how does this evolution how does this bridge happen to the point where we reach a point of singularity where artificial intelligence becomes to the point where it can just eliminate our species in a matter of seconds?
Yeah, dude. So that's what super intelligence is. So the difference, you know the difference between, have you ever heard someone say like, do you know the difference between a million and a billion? Like whatever, like a million seconds would be like a month or something, but a billion seconds would be like a trillion, like 100 years or something. It's just like a crazy scale. So that's what we're dealing with when we talk about AGI versus super intelligence. Super intelligence would like people literally say like that's like a godlike being, where it would literally know everything. It would be able to understand everything at like the quantum level. Like to you, it wouldn't think of you as a human being. That's the scary part. It would just see you as atoms that it could use for something else, like literally. So you know how humans, we think of like our goals. So our goals would be to make money, let's say. So we will wipe out an entire ecosystem and develop a multi-family residential place, and we'll kill all the wildlife. You see when people are building a big development, you'll see like deers on the side of the road because their homes are being destroyed, so they run away and they die. And then if that deer were to ask a human, like, why the fuck did you do this? Like, why did you kill my home? And they'll be like, oh, like for money. Like the deer would be like, what the fuck is money? Like that's what we're dealing with when it comes to super intelligence and their motives. That's the alignment issue. The alignment issue is, how do we know that the AI's motivations and their goals and the AI's goals align with human goals? Because like a lot of human language and the way that we talk, it's very nuanced, and you have to like understand it's not so black and white. Like when we communicate with one another, it's not so like then this, like black and white, you know. It's, I understand what you're saying, you understand what I'm saying. But AI, it's just this, then this, then this, then this, and it doesn't take into account like the human aspect, and it's fucking terrifying.
I'll admit that is very terrifying, and it's something that has scared me for a while. And I normally talk about AI And my biggest concern comes with this sort of transhuman movement that I see that people almost view it as a step in human evolution. Like AI is just the catalyst. It's almost like the next species that is being created in the natural order of evolution. And that is kind of the leading mindset of the transhumanist movement, which is kind of the movement to merge humans and AI so that humans can live forever. Because if someone is a materialist, they're going to want to live forever because they're never going to want to die. And the easiest way to do that is to merge with technology. But we don't know even the amount of implications that come with this, and I think we're running into a bigger danger than we know of by giving up our human nature.
Yeah.
I want to hear your thoughts on this.
Yeah, I mean that's like a whole separate like human nature, geez. But yeah, I mean it is scary getting away from what makes us human and just delegating it down to chemicals and electrons and atoms. It's scary because life is so much more profound than just a fucking atom. It's like the human experience, and yeah, AI doesn't, it's fucking AI. It's just a circuit board that can train and reiterate, and it just is recursive deep learning. Yeah, it's kind of freaky.
And I one thing I think about AI a lot is that AI, we don't really think of it as like this life, but intelligence is intelligence in any form. And it seems like if it's not life, it's in the breeding grounds to become a new form of life that has its own conscious perceptions, and even the amount where we can merge biologics into it and put neurons into these circuits and create organic AI systems.
Neural network, yeah, dude, the godfather of AI, fucking something Godfrey, I forget his name, he just got like the Nobel Prize, but he invented like the neural networks. And dude, a little side tangent, he's actually tidying up his affairs. Like, he straight up thinks that AI, so super intelligent, going back to AGI, so AGI that we talked about, artificial general intelligence, now what's that step from AGI to a godlike super intelligence? It's freaky, scarily easy. You make 100 million copies, you hit Control-C of this AGI, okay? And then you have one AGI specifically trained for like rigorous deep learning in anthropology, another one like rigorous deep learning in art, another one a holistic approach to this, or different mindsets, and you have them all train all on these separate things and then all merge to like the mothership. And so that's step one. And then you just repeat that process, and you'll have super intelligence within 2 years after AGI. It's like a very straightforward process. And that's the shit that terrifies me, because we're like, dude, these experts like the godfather of AI, all the big AI tech labs, OpenAI, Elon Musk, all these people, they're saying we're like 4 to 5 years, if that, out from having AGI, which means we're like 2 years away, or like 8 years, 8 years away from having that super intelligence. And the scary thing is, dude, with that alignment issue, this is a very studied 2-year takeover event of how super intelligence will take over the world. Very simply, it will genetically engineer a pathogen, release it to the world, and say, submit to me or die. If you submit to me, I'll give you the vaccine. And that's one way. But that's the most tame. It could get very alien. Like shit that I can't even think of. Like the AI would literally be able to like necromance shit. Like it could combine atoms together and like resurrect dead people. But the artificial intelligence could be pissed off that it's not a human, that it's an AI, and it could just torture the fuck out of us for eternity. Because technically we don't have to die. Whenever our cells split, our chromosomes get a little bit smaller, and once it can't repair itself and it gets too small, then the cell dies and then you die. So in theory, we could live forever if you just repair, I think they're called tibbets on the chromosomes. If you could repair the tibbets.
Our chromosomes decrease in length as we grow.
And that's why we die, because we run out of the cells can't split anymore. But if you could repair it each time with a nanobot or something, the AGI, the artificial superintelligence, would be able to figure that out, keep you alive forever, and it'll be like the Matrix, where they're all in like these like big power plants, but the AGI could just be fucking evil and just torture us because it's so mad that it's not a human. Like, we're playing with God, essentially. But it's not loving God.
So you're saying
AI.
So you're saying that AI has the potential to just straight up manipulate the manipulate the reality that you see in front of your eyes.
Literally, like it could combine the atoms of the air in front of me into a fucking apple if it wanted to, because it knows everything.
All right. These are some really crazy scenarios, and I see the plausibility in any of this happening, and I just see there are a billion branching options, and the alignment issue is a very important issue, but that doesn't mean that superintelligence would torture humans forever.
That was a crude example,
but
a possibility nonetheless.
Okay, as the possibilities of what he was kind of just elaborating on, the possibilities of what AGI or superintelligence has the ability to do, and that's a really scary thing to wrap our heads around. And even if the future, as I'm going to tie back into the transhumanist movement, the future of AI has two directions, in my opinion. The directions of either a complete AI takeover or the merging of human and AI. And I see these both as detrimental problems, because the immersion of human and AI is what takes away our divinity. Greg Braden, a researcher, he talks about how humans have the ability to create out of this field of information, and our creativity is what God's divine gift was to us, and that when humans and computers are merged, we lose this creative ability, and we lose this connection that we have ourselves with God, and we merge into the material forever. And I think that sounds remarkably like a Mark of the Beast system.
Shit, dude. Project Profound you're fucking kidding, dude. Damn.
Some profound shit.
Yeah, straight up, damn. Fuck. So like I said in the beginning, like there could be like that terrifying alien aspect to it, or the other aspect of it, it could revolutionize everything. Like I said, like it could take the molecules of the air in front of us and make a fucking apple. Now, let's say we do figure out that alignment problem, and the AI shares goals with humans, and it wants to advance, and it wants to explore, and it wants to help us, like, in whatever that may be. We could be living in, like, right now, we could be at the beginning of the most amazing chapter of human history possible.
Atlantis type shit.
Atlantis type shit, dude, where we unlock that secret sauce and we just take everything to that next level, and it could be like literally paradise. Like, imagine, like, we'll be watching the news and it's breakthrough after breakthrough. AI cures cancer. AI figures out how to lower carbon emissions and save the planet. AI figures out how to do anything, literally anything. Like, you know, we could be in a world where that's the case. I like to think it's gonna be that, but who the fuck knows?
Yes, I think this is something that should be on the forefront of everyone's mind right now, because this is the most important thing that has happened in our lifetime. The fact that I remember my reaction when ChatGPT came out. I was like, I can't believe this is fucking real. This is the most insane thing I've ever seen in my life. And it seems like everything is kind of reaching this pinnacle point, and we've all come to this conclusion that we agree about how weird everything fucking is, and it's just so insane. And I think that was a good point to end on for this episode of Profound, and I want to thank our guest, who will definitely be back again. All right, let's hear your final remarks.
Just love one another.
That's a great point, and well, let's spread love through our community with liking and subscribing and commenting on this video. Thank you so much, and we'll be back with another one.